上北语 as its main teaching platform focuses on cross-border distance Chinese international education and international promotion of Chinese culture. Up to now, BLCU.com.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Angela from Beijing Language and Culture University. If you can hear me, you can type something.
Hello.
你们好，大家好。
老师好，我很好。
Nice to meet you all. We are going to start for today. Today our topic is HSK 4 preparation. So, 你们好，你们好。So, you guys can all hear me well, right? 都可以听得清楚，对吗？好，那我们就开始了。So we are going to start right now. So today our topic is about HSK 4 exam preparation. So we are going to talk about 4 parts for today. Firstly, I will introduce you like overall about HSK 4. And then I will start to introduce like each question type of HSK 4. And then I will introduce a little bit about the HSKK or 口语 speaking test. So, and then the last part, I will introduce about our online HSK course. Okay, so if you have any question, you can just type in the chat box, because we have a lot of students in the classroom, like 20-something students in our class right now. So I don't have like too much time to answer like each of you during my speech. So I have a lot of things to tell you today, and you can type it your question. So at the last part of today's class, I will do an like Q&A part, so to answer all of your questions. Okay, so yeah, I will go ahead to start from the introduction of HSK. So since you are joining the introduction class of HSK 4, I guess you all know about HSK before, right? So before 2009, the Chinese Proficiency Test, or HSK, 汉语水平考试, it was divided into 3 stages and 11 levels before. Like, it's very difficult for beginners at that time. And that test originally started from our university, Beijing Language and Culture University. And after 2009, it was changed to the 6 levels that we are now very familiar with. And right now, the HSK 1 to 6 remains the same as before, like since 2009, it's like the all 6 levels. But starting from 2022, HSK levels, they add 7 to 9 on top of the 1 to 6. So right now, HSK actually have 9 levels, start from 1 to 9, but 7 to 9 is adding to HSK 1 to 6. So 1 to 6 part still the same as before. Okay, so what Chinese level do I need to reach? A lot of students asking me that question before, so I will still explain it a little bit first. So if you want to use Chinese as daily life usage, If you're living in Beijing, in Shanghai, in Shenzhen, in Guangzhou, in large cities in China, actually English is enough. So usually in large cities or like in international companies, if you can speak English, you can work well. And there are a lot of universities, they have English taught programs for foreign students. So yeah, for large cities, not necessary for speaking Chinese. But if you live in China, you live in a society, but you can't speak the language, it's a pity. So yeah, I will suggest you to learn some Chinese while you're living in China. And if you want to do a daily conversation, like HSK 3 or plus, is like the level that you can hold a daily conversation in Chinese. And then if you want to start a work in China, usually if you want to apply for Chinese government or university scholarships, they will require you to have an HSK. And usually that requirements is about HSK 4 or plus. They will give you the scholarships. So yeah, HSK is quite crucial if you want to apply for a scholarship. And if you want to use Chinese at workplace, at your working language, it requires a higher level. So usually HSK 5 or 6 is required if you need to use Chinese as your language for working. And also, I know some of the students want to become like an expert in Chinese language, or you want to become a Chinese teacher, you want to study for the language, you're a linguistic, you are like a journalist using Chinese as your writing language for professional usage. Then HSK 7 to 9 is your level. So that means if you don't need to use Chinese as a professional usage, you use it for daily, for your study, like that, HSK 1 to 6 is enough. Okay, so here goes the requirements for HSK 1 to 9. So HSK 1 to 6, each level, they have a separate test paper. So here goes the requirements of how many words and characters that you need for each level. And for HSK 7 to 9, the 3 levels, they use the same test paper. According to your score, test score, they will requires you as a 7, 8, or 9. Like you got higher level, when you have a higher score in that test. So 7 to 9 is one test. Okay, so, and for HSKK, like the speaking test, I think start from last year, I think, when you register for HSK test, you have to register for HSKK at the same time. So for HSK1 or HSK2, you don't need to take HSKK or the 口语 speaking test. But start from HSK3, then you need to have an HSKK or speaking test at the same time. So HSK3, you need to take HSKK primary, 初级. If you need to take HSK4, like what we are talking about today, you need to take HSKK intermediate, 中级. And if you taking HSK 5 or 6, then you are required to take HSKK advanced, 高级. Okay, so today I'm going to talk more about HSK 4 and also mention a little bit about HSKK intermediate. So let's take a look at the introduction to HSK 4. HSK 4 can discuss a wide range of topics in Chinese and communicate fluently with native Chinese speakers. Will evaluate your listening, reading, and also writing skills. It requires some vocabulary of 1,200 Chinese words. And also they require some like Chinese culture and other things. For the question type of HSK 4, the HSK 4 test has a total of 100 questions divided into listening, reading, and writing, 3 sections. The entire exam takes about 105 minutes, including 5 minutes like to filling up your like personal information. And it requires you to take HSKK Intermediate, so 中级口语. And then for the text score, HSK 4 score including listening, reading, and writing, and a total score. Entire score is 300 points. 180 or above, it means like you're qualified. And also the HSK scores are valid for 2 years, starting from your exam date. Okay, so that's an overall introduction to HSK 4. And here goes like the details. Listening, 3 sections, and question numbers, and time it would take, and also reading, writing. So altogether have like 100 questions altogether. Okay, so I will break down each question type, and let's take a look together. Okay, so first part is listening. Listening include 3 sections and 4 types of questions. Let's take a look. Number 1, first type of listening is listen to the recording and judge whether the given sentence is right or wrong. So there will be a sentence on the test paper, and when you listen to a recording, and then you judge whether the sentence on the test paper is right or wrong, true or false. Second one is listen to short dialogues and choose the right answer. And third type is listen to the long dialogue and choose the right answer. And last part is listen to the passage and choose the right answer. And for this part, for each passage, you will have 2 questions based on it. So let's take a look at some examples. First part is the true or false thing. So number 1 to number 10. For HSK 4, the listening part, each question will just play once. So you don't have a second chance. So listen to it and then write down your answer right after it. Okay, for this part, the answering skill is you need to like the sentences are on your test paper. So when you get your test paper, quickly look through the sentences first, and then grasp the key points of each sentence, like the sentences on the test paper. And then when you hear the recording, you can like take notes or remember some essential or crucial details, and or like identify key sentences from the recording. And then you can draw a conclusion, like compare like the essential things you hear from the recording and the keywords on the test paper. Okay, so let's try together. So I will play the recording, and there are 4 sentences, and you can type your answer right or wrong, like true or false, for the 4 questions. And after I play the recording, let's take a look at the correct answer. Okay, you guys ready? So I will play. So before I play the recording, what you should do first? Take a look at the sentences and grasp the main meaning or the key sentences, key words in those sentences, and then you can listen to it. Okay.
听录音，判断对错。1、
天气预报说周一会下雪，可是今天都周二了也没下呀，也不知道是天气预报不准，还是天气变化太快。
周二下雪了。2、
散步不仅是一种安全的运动，也是一种锻炼身体的好方法，它有减肥、缓解压力等好处。
散步可以缓解压力。3、
做生意不是每个人都可以的，它不仅需要聪明的头脑，还需要经营的能力，以及良好的人际关系。
每个人都可以做生意。4、
从这里去机场太不方便了，要先坐半个小时地铁，然后再坐1个小时的公共汽车才能到。
这里离机场很远。
Okay, you can type your answers now. For the 4 questions. Okay, anyone else want to try? Okay. Erica, not very sure about your answers. Okay, so let's take a look together then. First sentence is quite straightforward. 周二下雪了. So the key word is like time and then the weather. So let's take a look at what it says. So 天气预报说周一会下雪，可是今天都周二了，也没下呀。今天周二了，没下啊。So You don't need to listen to the rest part. You can get your answer. So this is a false. 今天都周二了，也没下呀。So not snowing. So it's a false for the first question, right? So get the key information from here. Okay, second one. 散步可以缓解压力。好, so the key information is what? 散步, so have a walk. 缓解压力 to reduce your pressure. Okay, so let's take a look at what the recording says. 散步不仅是一种安全的运动，也是一种锻炼身体的好方法。它有减肥、缓解压力等好处。So you get the answer here. 它有减肥、缓解压力等好处。So it's a correct. So walking can help you lose weight and reduce your pressure. 所以 this one is true. 对的。第三个 third one. 每个人都可以做生意。So 做生意 to do business. 每个人 everybody. Okay, so let's take a look at what the recording says. 做生意不是每个人都可以的。Okay, that's the important part. The rest of it, you don't need to hear it. You don't need. 做生意不是每个人都可以的。So it's a no. 不对。好 ，Number 4， 这里离机场很远。So the important thing is from here to the airport, far, very far. Okay, what the recording says. 从这里去机场太不方便了，要先坐半个小时地铁，然后再坐1个小时的公共汽车才能到。So, 先坐半个小时地铁 take half an hour subway, 再坐1个小时公共汽车 take 1 hour bus. You can arrive there. So you can understand it's far. So it's correct. So the first 3, they're quite straightforward. You can find the key sentence. You can find your answer in the key sentence. 周二下雪了，今天都周二了，没下呀。散步可以缓解压力 ，yes， 缓解压力。每个人都可以做生意，每个人不是每个人都可以。So you can find your answer straightforward in the recording. The last type, there are like 20% of the exam questions fall into this type. There is not a direct sentence that shows your answer. You need to understand what they are talking about and then analyze and make down your answers. Okay. Then that's the first part. So listen to a recording and then true or false. And then listening part 2 and 3. So part 2 and 3 is all about listen to conversations and choose the correct answer according to like the questions after the recording. So there are 2 types: is long conversation and short conversation and long conversations. So for short dialogues, it's always like question and answer. So like 2 people, each one say 1 sentence. And for the long dialogue, again, two people, but like they will say two sentences for each person. Okay. For the skill of this part, again, it's very important to look at like the options on the test paper before they start playing the recording. So you can understand the option, what they're talking about, and you can get an idea of what the questions may ask about. And when you are listen to the recording, you get an idea. You have a prediction about what the question will be. It will help you easier understand like the recording and grasp the keywords and the main meaning of the conversation. And then after the conversation, there will be a question. It's also very important to listen to the question in the recording and then compare the options and with the keywords you get from the recording and write down your answer for it. And one more time again, the recording only play once. You don't have a second chance. So let's take a look at some examples first. First, before I play the recording, what you should do. What you should do right now. Look at the options first, right? And you can predict what kind of question they will ask for this part according to the options. What type of question they will ask about. What do you think? 吃的，对，food, right? 吃的东西，因为面条、米饭、饺子、蛋糕 they are all food, so like something about food. Okay, so when you have that prediction, when you listen to the recording, so it will help you to catch up the keywords. 好, so let's listen to the recording together then.
现在开始第26题。26，打了一下午羽毛球，肚子有点饿了。
稍等一会儿，饭马上就好。
真香！今天吃什么？
你鼻子真好，今晚我们吃饺子。
他们今晚吃什么？
Okay, type your answer. Quite easy, right? Yes. Although the dialogue is pretty long, but as long as you like look at the options first, you get an idea of what question we'll be asking about. You keep an alert to like food, what kind of food? So you can get the keyword at last. 今晚我们吃饺子. Okay, so the answer is 饺子 C. Okay, next. Oh, I forgot to tell you. If you have WeChat, you can scan the QR code on the screen here. We have a WeChat group about learning Chinese, and our teachers will share some like Chinese learning tips in the group. And if there's upcoming events, online events of us, they will also send the notice in the group. So you can scan the QR code and join the group if you have WeChat. Okay, and this is the website of our online HSK course. So if you're interested in learning Chinese, like with us for the real courses, you can register from this link, this website. Okay, so let's get back to our exercise. Look at the options here. You can guess, predict what kind of question they will ask this time. 他会问什么问题呢？苏芳很好，关于感情about emotions. Okay, so let me play the recording.
28，我们去对面的商店看看吧。
我真的受不了你了，你到底还要逛多久？
我们才逛了1个小时。
时间过得真慢，和你逛街比上班还辛苦。
男的现在是什么感觉？
Okay, you can type your answer. Very good, 很好，都对了。男的感觉很累或者太累了。好， the key sentence is here. 时间过得真慢，和你逛街比上班还辛苦。So the time goes so slow. So for shopping with you is harder, 辛苦 it's harder than working, 上班 so must be very tired. And from the second sentence, you can also guess the meaning. 你到底还要逛多久啊？受不了你了。I can't bear you. How long you should like go in the shopping, in the shop. So, not 得意, not 感动, not 怀疑, should be tired. A. Okay. So for the listening part, this part, to get the key sentence and predict what the question will be about before play the recording will be helpful because for the listening part, they will be played only once. Okay, we have another example here. Here, I want to emphasize on one thing is pay attention to the key conjunctions. So usually the sentences using those conjunctions are very important, such as 不过,可是,但是. So the sentence usually after that will be important. Or like this, 还是,就是或者只要 something 就至少还有 some key conjunctions. Those sentences will be very important. And again, let's take a look at the examples. You can predict what kind of question this part will ask. What type of question? This part may ask you. 衣服好可能 time period maybe. Okay, let's listen to it.
20，今晚我穿这条裙子怎么样？今年最流行的。
很漂亮，不过我觉得这种打扮参加正式的舞会可能还是不太合适。
男的是什么意思？
Okay, you can type your answer. Yes, should be D. Let's take a look at what they say in the conversation. The girl asking, 今晚我穿这条裙子怎么样? How about my dress? And then 男的boy answering 很漂亮，不过very important. The thing after but usually is the key point. The thing before but is not important. It's very beautiful, but 我觉得这种打扮参加正式的舞会可能还是不太合适 ，not very suitable in a formal dancing party. So he means you'd better change another one. This is not suitable. Yeah. So I saw someone say B. B is 很奇怪. He's not saying it's weird, not saying it's strange. It's beautiful, just not suitable for this formal like dancing party, the formal situation. So yeah, it's not weird, but just giving a suggestion. 最好换一件. Okay, so that's the second and third part of listening, like conversation and a question, and you choose the answer. And last part of listening, there will be a short paragraph. And after each paragraph, after each recording, there will be 2 questions for you according to that paragraph. For this part, still you should read the options first, and you can predict the content of the recording first. And while you're listening to the recording, you need to catch up the keywords or key sentences. And then you can summarize the content of the entire paragraph and like make your answer according to like what you hear from the recording. So again, let's take a look at some exercises together. Like 2 questions here. So from the options, you can guess what they say. 租房的、买房的、卖房的，交通怎么样？周围的风景怎么样？So should be something about 房子, about the house. And also the first question they have 记者 journalist 租房的 someone rent a house 买房的 someone buying a house 卖房的 someone selling the house. So maybe about 人是做什么的 what that person do. Okay. After that, you can listen to the recording.
第36到37题是根据下面一段话。这房子家具全，电视、空调、冰箱都有，并且都很新。离火车站也很近，交通方便，离您公司也不远。您可以坐公共汽车，甚至可以骑自行车上班。把身体也锻炼了，价格也比较便宜，真的很值得考虑。36，说话人最可能是做什么的？37，关于这房子，下列哪个正确
Okay, you can type your answers. Someone else want to try? Okay, I think most of you do it correctly. Yeah, and the answer should be D and C. Okay, so all of this paragraph is introducing a house. So, like the furniture and is like close to the train station. Transportation is very convenient, not far away from your company. So you can even ride a bicycle to your work, and the price is cheaper. It's worth you to consider about. So it's all about introducing how is the house. The house is good, is suitable for you. So it should be someone selling the house, right? So 买房的. Okay, and then 关于这个房子，下列哪个正确？ So which one is correct according to this recording? So the key sentences are here. 交通方便. That's correct. And also they mentioned about price. The price is cheap, so not 很贵. And they mentioned train station, not airport. So not right. They didn't mention anything about 风景, the scenes, the views. Just mentioned is close to your work. So 交通方便 is correct. Okay. Then that's all for the listening part. So for listening part, the crucial thing is to look at the options on your test paper first before you listen to the record, before they play the recording. So you can have like an idea, a rough idea of what this recording will be about. Then you can catch up the key information while you're listening to the recording, and then you can make your answer after it. Because for listening part of HSK4, you don't have a second chance, only once for the recording. Okay, then let's continue for next part. Next part will be rating. Rating includes 3 sections. First one is filling the blanks with the correct words. Have 10 questions, like 2 parts, 10 questions. And second is put the sentences in the correct order. So like usually there are 3 sentences, and you give them a correct order, like A, B, C. And then number 3 is like consider the hardest part of the 3. Read the passage and choose the correct option according to the question. So again, let's take a look at each question type. So first type is filling the blanks with the correct word. There will be like 1 or 2 sentences for each question with a blank, and they will give you like 6 choices on top of those sentences, and you need to choose the correct answer. One of them is the example, the rest 5 are the answers. And what you should do for this part, so you need to make a comprehensive judgment based on sentence meaning and the word meaning. So you need to if you understand the sentence, it's easier. So you can analyze the word meaning and then compare the word choices and determine your answer. But sometimes when you do not understand the sentence, I will suggest you to read the words first. The words are shorter, so it will help give you some idea of what the topic will be about. And then you can guess the sentence meaning and word meaning based on the context. And then you make a judgment based on maybe the grammar, like you don't know the meaning, but you know the grammar of the sentence, then you can determine your answers. Again, let's take a look at an example here from 1 to 5. So you can read through those questions. Because for this part, they have 5 questions and 5 answers, like from A to F. So if you don't understand one sentence, you can just skip that sentence first and answer the rest part. If you understand the rest 4, then you can get the answer for the first one. So yeah, there are some skills for it. And we can try. If you don't know one sentence, you can just skip that one and answer the next one. And when you finish the sentences that you are sure should be that word, and you can guess the rest. Okay, so let's take a look at the answers together. So the options, I will always suggest you to take a look at the option because the options are shorter, easier to understand. So A is 礼物 gift, B 如果 if, C 上网 so online, go online, 耐心 patient, F 打折 discount. Okay, then you can take a look at the sentences together. Number 1, something 你觉得累了就去休息一会儿吧 very easy. 如果 something 就 something. So if you feel tired, you go for rest a while. Second, 晚上我常常在宿舍里看书或者 so or so connect two things, A or B. So A is what? 看书 so read a book or do another thing, right? So from the options, which one is an action? What only C, right? So C is here. Read a book or surf online. Do what? Read a book or do another thing. So the rest of the options are not about doing something. So only C is correct. Number 3, 今天是我朋友的生日，我想送他一份It's birthday, so 送礼物啊。售货员 Number 4，售货员很 something 的向我介绍了一些新款鞋 ，so 很 something。So it's a description 很怎么样很耐心 so patient, very patient you can't say 很打折 it's not correct so it should be D and the last one we only have F here so 商场里的衣服在打折 so the clothes in the store are on sale 去看看 okay So for this part, if you can grasp the main idea of the sentence or the main structure of that idea, like 如果就送礼物或者 so do A or do B 或者 so should be an action. Then or 很 something description. So if you can understand that, it will be very easy to choose your answer. Okay, then, yeah, that's the answers. Let's continue for next part. Reading part 2 are ordering questions. So they will have A, B, C, 3 sentences. And the 3 sentences will form up a small paragraph. And you give the correct order to the 3 sentences to make the little paragraph is like logical. So for this part, it's like pay attention to the related words or structures that can help you determine the logical relationships. So what you should do is first read the 3 sentences and try find the words or the structure. Sorry. So usually they are like conjunctions. For example, 因为 something 所以 something 如果 something 就 something or like 虽然 something 但是 something. If you can find those conjunctions, then you can determine the order, which one should go first, which one is second. If you can find those conjunctions, it's easier. Then you can determine the logical relationships between those words, and then you can arrange the sentence order. But if you can't find it, you need to like read through the whole sentence to get an idea of what they are talking about. And based on the meaning, determine which one go first, which one second. But for this part, a lot of them, they have like some hints in the 3 sentences. Let's take a look. I already underlined the important part. So you can try the order, what the order is. I already underlined the conjunctions that is important. Ulysses back. uh, no problem. Yes, 李白, you're right. 即使也 is the hints in this question. So the 即使 sentence definitely should go before the 也 sentence. And then you need to determine where B is. So C definitely goes before A. And then where is B? Yeah, so should be B, C, A. So 他是一个幽默的人啊。So all in all, he is a humorous person. And then 即使是很普通的经历，从他嘴里说出来也会变得十分有趣。So although it's very ordinary experience, but if he says from his mouth, it will become very interesting. So the conclusion says first what kind of people he is, and then describe that person. So with this example, 即使 something 也 something. So B, C, A. So if you know this sentence structure, 即使也, you will know that C should go before A, and then you decide where B is. B is a quite simple sentence. I think like all of you determine B goes first, right? Okay, let's see another example which you can't find a conjunctions. But I also there are also some hints in those three sentences. I underlined them. You can try. Mm. Anyone else? Ah, okay. So the correct answer should be BAC. And how you judge? 对，这个句子有点复杂 but it do have some hints. Like here, if you can't find the conjunctions, the 他们 usually will help you. So if you like if the paragraph mentions something first, the second time they will use 他们, they won't use their names first. So the 他们 part usually goes after the names. So they talking about 长江, talking about 黄河, and then after that they talk about 他们, so like refers to 长江and 黄河they mentioned before. So it also like works for if they mention one people like 小李, another people 老王, and then they have 他们 do what? So the 他们 sentence should definitely go after those names that they refers to. So the refer sentence should like go after the names. So that's one hint for it. So C should be at the end. And how do you determine A or B? Which one goes first? You can see here we have a B. So it says 比黄河长800多公里. What? So B, you know that A, B, B. So you have a B, 黄河. Where's A? So it has to become first. 长江 is the A. So B is first. Say 长江 first, and then compares with 黄河. And then C says 他们, those two together. Okay, that's how you analyzed one thing and get your answers correctly. Okay, then let's take a look at the next part, reading part 3. So this part is a little bit longer, and you need to read the paragraph and then read the question and judge your answer according to it. There might be 1 or 2 questions according to the passage. For like there will be 14 short passages with 1 question after it, and 3 long passages with 2 questions after it. Okay, then let's try some examples. We are running out of time, so we only have 20 minutes left, so we have to go faster. Okay, first, this is a short paragraph, and you have 1 question after it. And again, it's also very important to start from the options is a good idea. You can take a look at the options and you can get an idea of what they are trying to talk about. So something 便宜打折很贵, so about selling things and about the price. So you can go back to the paragraph and read it, find out the key words. I already underlined the key things in those sentences. You can try answer it. Okay, yes, the answer is D. So let's just go through the key things. So firstly, 其实 is very important. So actually, so usually after the 其实 actually, the sentence is crucial. So 其实不一定. So 便宜没好货，好货不便宜. So something is cheap, something is not good. Good things always not cheap. But actually, 不一定是这样的。有的时候质量好的东西也会很便宜。So sometimes quality good also can be cheap. So 根据这段话，质量好的东西有时候也会便宜。Okay, catch up the keywords. Yes, I think all of you got the answers correctly. This is the short passage. And for longer passage, it's a little harder, but it's still important to find out the key sentences. So let's do it together. We don't have like a lot of time, so let's just do it together. First, take a look at the questions and the options first. 第一个问题，去丽江旅游，丽江 is a place. 什么时候比较好 ？So about what time of a year is good? 关于丽江，下列哪个正确 ？So which one is correct? Okay. So go back to the reading part. 很多人问哪个季节去丽江旅游比较好？总的来说，丽江一年四季人都不少，情况稍微好一点儿 ，so 稍微 a little bit better。每年的12月到第2年3月。According to this, what is the answer for the first question? 情况好一点的时候是12月到第2年的3月。Should be which month is inside this range? Yeah, A. 12月到第2年3月，那只有2月 inside this. Okay, let's continue. 这段时间来丽江的话，无论交通还是吃住都是最便宜的。天气方面，这个时候比较冷，气温在这个温差比较大。风景的话，主要是雪景 （snow in view）。白天都是蓝天白云，照出来的照片质量会非常高 ，so good picture qualities. OK， 下列哪个正确 ？You can make your answers now. The second question. Which one? Okay, so they didn't mention they mentioned 交通 but 交通便宜 so not convenient, no. 少数民族 minorities, no. Didn't mention about that. 不适合照相照片质量会很高 so no, it's suitable for taking pictures. And this one should be the answer. 游客很多 so 丽江一年四季人都不少 so B is the correct answer. Okay, so that's for the reading part. It's also crucial for you to like understand the question first and go back to the paragraph and then analyze the paragraph, find out the key sentence, and then you can have your answers. Okay, we have to be quick. And the last part is writing. Writing includes 2 sections. One is arrange the word order in the sentence. Second one is make a sentence using the given picture and words. So I will give you the examples first. So, for example, this is a sentence in wrong order. So you need to order it. For this one, it's quite easy. So if you understand the basic Chinese sentence structure, you will know. So 现代汉语词典是一本工具书。Okay, and one more. So here, very crucial to find out, there is a 把 sentence. So what is the structure for 把 sentence? So somebody 把 something action. So you can get your answer. 把谁爷爷吵醒了怎么样 The verb is after this. And then you can order the whole sentence. 妹妹弹钢琴的声音把爷爷吵醒了。So for the sentence order part is crucial for you to like find out some hints about the basic Chinese structures or the basic Chinese word orders. And the last part for writing, like a picture descriptions. So there will be a picture and a word after the picture. So you need to use the word in your sentence to describe that picture. So here goes an example. So a girl is holding a camera with 照相. The word is 照相. So what sentence you should say here to just describe the picture? You can try. What sentence you should say for this part to describe the picture? Anybody want to try? 他在什么？他照相 so 谁他照相 and then the sentence you can say 他给别人照相so not she is in the picture, she is taking photo for other people. So 他给别人照相. Okay, second one. Here goes a girl. And the given word is show. So definitely describe the girl. So you can say 她很瘦 or it's better you can make it longer. 她看起来很瘦. So for this part, determine who is it in the picture and then the keyword. And then try to add something else, more description. So 他正在给别人照相，他看起来很瘦. Yes, just one sentence. But you must use the word. And make a longer sentence is better than just say 他很瘦. Okay, so that's all for all of the parts of the HSK, and we don't have time to take to describe the HSKK spoken test today. But I had another like open class talking about HSKK before, like last year. So if you want to get some details about the oral speaking test or HSKK, you can go to our website, www.eblcu.com, and you find open class. So www.eblcu.com/open class. Then you can find my like recording for describing like introducing about HSKK or a speaking test. Okay, so then let me take a few minutes just introduce about our online course. So if you need to prepare for HSK test, and if you want our teacher to help you, you can check this website, www.eblcu.com/HSK. And we have 4 types of online classes for HSK. So the first 2 are standard course. So that will help you to learn the new words, the grammar, and help you practice Chinese to increase your Chinese level to that point that you can like do the HSK test. And the second type is pre-test training. So that means if you finish the standard course, if you already finished the studying of that HSK level, and we want the teacher to help you prepare well for the test, to understand different question types and what kind of skill I should use for a certain type of test. You can choose the pre-test training course. And we have two types of pre-test training course. One is for the HSK test, which I talk about today and give you more details and more exercises about that. And another one is for HSKK, the 口语考试 pre-test training. So if you're not very confident about your speaking, you want the teacher to help you prepare for the speaking test, and you can choose this course for you. Okay, so those are the descriptions of our courses. And for the standard course is that the most common course for students to take is a 12 weeks course, which have 1 hour class per week and some like homework and self-study materials for you to study for each week. You need about like 1 to 2 hours study by yourself and another 1 hour to study with our teacher. And you got 2 options to study together with a group of people or do it one-on-one. You have 2 choices. Here goes the price. And if you are interested in those courses, you can scan this QR code. That's my WeChat to add me to ask details, or you can just go ahead to the website and to check the details and register from the website. Okay, and here goes some upcoming groups. So we have HSK 5, HSK 1, HSK 1 to 2, and HSK 3 groups. And those groups will start in late July. So if you are interested, you can register from the website. Okay, so we only have 2 minutes left. If you have any question, you can ask right now. Or you can just join the group and type the question in the group. I will also answer you there. And in August, we will have the open class for HSK 5. If you're interested, you can scan this QR code to sign up. And this is the time for HSK 5 open class. And if you are interested in joining our online HSK course, you can check the website here. Okay, any questions about today? Again, this is my QR code for my WeChat QR code, and this is my email. You can also email me if you still have other questions. Okay, if no, okay. If no, then that's all for today. 谢谢你们 Thanks for coming. And don't forget to check our website. 谢谢大家，拜，再见。